Good morning, church. How you guys doing? Good morning, Naomi. Morning, Josh. Good morning, Carol. Okay, I was trying to think of a question for you guys. And, Christmas Eve was way easier of a question to come up with, traditions. But I guess we can just do kind of the same one, but for, New Year's Eve. What traditions do you guys do? Do you guys stay up late until midnight, or do you pretend that midnight happens earlier and just go to bed sooner? Let us know in the comments. Write it. Let us know if you're the champ that stays up all night or not. Okay, let me go back. Good morning, Kimmy and Jeannie and Stevie and Terry. It's good to see you guys. Good morning, Steve. Okay, Silas just woke up, so I'm going to open the door, and I don't know what he's going to do. Just a heads up. Do you want to come here? Good morning, Shirley. Okay. Can you wave? Can you say hi? He just got up, so might be interesting. Good morning, Brenda. Yeah, so let us know. Do you stay up till midnight or not? I think Silas is gonna try, but I'm betting 10 o'clock comes around and Silas won't make it. Kimmy, haven't been able to stay up all night since high school. I understand that. I get that. Good morning, Vicky. Really? Good morning, Debbie. Carol, you try. I'm gonna try too. I'm gonna try tonight. I might not make it. Vicky says not usually. A good book. I like that. Honestly, like I'll be that. I'll let you guys know. Other than reading the Bible, I'm not a good reader. Like when people say, hey, just grab a book and just, get lost in the story and all that stuff, it's not me. I'd much rather, I'm going to make a lot of people upset with this, and I apologize, but I would much rather watch the movie. I'm sorry. That's just me. Good morning, Mary Kay. Good morning, Ann and Brian. Good morning, Debbie. Are you going to help me today? Nope. Good morning, Eleanor. Vicky says audio. I've been thinking about that. Oh, thank you. Do you want me to wear it? Just really quick. Okay. Anytime he finds my hat, he makes me wear it. So I've been thinking about audiobooks. I really have. And I really do like Tozer. I will read Tozer, but it takes me a really long time. I can't do it in just one sitting or anything. Good morning, Ash. How are you? How's the lake? Nick Pierce said, "Amen. Preach the truth regarding the movie." Yeah, Nick and I are very much the same. I think we'd much rather just watch the hour-and-a-half movie instead of take a day or two, or for me like a month to read a book. Auntie A said hi. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Kristen. Okay, hey, it is 9:02. Let me tell you guys where we're going to be this morning. We're going to be in Philippians chapter 3, verse 13. Knowing that this, last week I had Christmas Eve and then I had New Year's Eve, I kind of felt like the theme or the topic for the devotion was kind of set out for me, with Christmas Eve, cover the birth of Jesus and just pick one aspect of it, and we focus on the wise men and how they worship Jesus for who he is, not what he's done or what he could do for them, but just who he is. So that was last week, and now this week I've been thinking about this one a lot. So we're going to go to Philippians 3, verse 13. Paul says, "Brothers, I do not consider that I've made it my own, but one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead." 2020 has been a year that all of us would probably want to... Am I back? It said that I disconnected. Okay. I'm going to read it all over again. I don't know why I got disconnected. Let me see. Let me switch it to this, maybe. Okay. I hope I'm back. Philippians 3, verse 13 says, "Brothers, I do not consider that I've made it my own, but one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead." 2020 has been a year that all of us would probably want to forget, and today is probably one of those days we've been waiting on since March. Well, here we are. It's the last day of 2020. As we enter a new year, I think it's important for us to learn from what Paul said in his letter to the Philippians. Paul tells us here that as believers, we should be future-oriented. Straining forward to what lies ahead, Paul says. Paul's language here, with straining forward, is language used when speaking of a race. Right at the end of the race, right at the finish line, and you see the sprinters, you see the people at the Olympics, you see them right at the finish line, they duck. They put their head forward. It's to give them that one little push right at the very end. So the language he's using is one of a race. But here's the point. Some of us are looking back. Some of us are looking back in this race. Can you imagine what would happen in a race even if just one of the runners looked backwards? There'd be collisions, probably even injuries, people falling over one another. In church, we are in a race. We see that in Hebrews. We see that kind of here with Paul's language, that this Christian life is a race. And I guess the question would be, how do we look forward? How do we become future oriented? Paul also gave us this answer in this verse when he says, forgetting what lies behind. Anytime that the Bible uses the word forget, it doesn't mean that it's just completely gone, that we, somehow magically think, or we magically just forget it, and it's never in our memory again. No, that's impossible. We cannot do that. We can't completely forget something if it has happened. But what it's talking about when it says that, that we forget, in the biblical terms, it means we're no longer to be influenced by or affected by. Forgetting what lies behind means that we break the power of our past by living for the future. As Christians, we are no longer controlled by our past, good, bad, or in between, and we have no reason to look back. You guys know I like John Corson, and he says this about this verse. He says that the sin we've committed in the past will condemn us to the place of paralysis, and the good stuff we've done by His grace will puff us up to the place of pride. Thus, our only option is to do what Paul did. Forget the past. don't be influenced by it anymore. Don't be influenced or affected by it. We're not controlled by it. Good, bad, or in between. So I guess for today, I just wanted to say, as we enter into 2021, church, I just implore you to strain forward, to strain forward to that which lies ahead. Church, to be future oriented. Don't be shackled by regrets or successes of 2020 or any part of your past for that matter. But just keep running the race. Keep looking forward. No need to look back. 2021, we see this as a society as just a new opportunity, a different chance, and it's new. Keep running the race. Continue to look forward and forget the stuff that's in the past. Church, as always, I love you guys, and Happy New Year. God bless.